Android packet sniffing and free alternatives to XenCenter. All that and more, this time on Hak5. This episode of Hak5 is brought to you by Domain.com.
Hello, welcome to Hak5. My name is Darren Kitchen.
My name is Shannon Morse.
She's Shannon.
Yeah!
We're having a good time here at the Hak5 warehouse.
That's right, we are.
Very excited to be back from our 4th of July celebration. I hope everyone around the world had an amazing 4th of July.
I had a rootin' tootin' good time.
Where'd you go?
I ended up on this horribly crazy street called 6th Street in Austin. I'm never going back.
Never. Oh, it's so terrible.
mean, maybe I should,
take
'cause
it
I
that
don't
she just
remember.
did not have a good time. Let's see him.
I don't remember.
Come on.
What?
Let's see him.
Yeah, I got some boots.
There we go.
Because that's what you do when you're in
Boots
Texas.
are made
is
for
you buy
stomping.
boots. Yeah, I got them from Allen's Boots. Pretty cool place.
There we go.
It smells like leather.
Mm-hmm.
So we are having an open house this weekend,
Yes.
which is really exciting. So that's coming up in like 4 days from time of release of this episode,
Hey,
Saturday
hey.
the 11th. If you want to check it out, go over to hak5.org/open house, RSVP there, and we will send you an email with the address and the details for Saturday. Also, let us know if you're vegan, because it's
Yes.
very
Oh,
important.
we're having a barbecue.
Yes.
It's going to be even better than barbecue in Austin.
We're going to fly
I can
drones.
guarantee. Oh, you know what?
I highly doubt it'll be better.
Whatever. We're gonna try. This is
this a new drone?
Yeah, it's the latest from Immersion RC. It feels really weird to just get one out of the box that's all ready to go, but they've done a lot of good work on this, and I can't wait to take it to the skies. So we're gonna be playing with this. It definitely doesn't fold down as much as the carbon fiber Spider I was showing
Still
off a
not
couple
bad,
weeks
though.
back.
I
But
could fit that in my purse.
see, there you go. You could. I mean, it's real thin. I can't wait to drone on about this with you guys. We're doing in fact, we're gonna have a bunch of nanoquads here for obstacle
Awesome.
courses and racing.
Oh,
So
yes.
another
That'll be
good
fun.
fun times at the Hak5 warehouse.
Cool. That'll be very fun.
Yeah.
Also, I guess we should mention pentest with Hak5.
That was other fun good times at the Hak5 warehouse.
was
We
amazing.
had an epic good time. I want to thank everybody who came out and let us test on them. In fact, we pen tested on the students. And I just wanted to point out that, we're going to continue this. I just talked to Mubix and Sebastian, and we're like, all right, now that we did all that work to do one, let's maybe do some more. So training@hak5.org is the email. If you, say, happen to be in a user group or a hackerspace and you got a bunch of people that are like, hey, we'd really love it if you'd come out to
Yeah.
XYZ. We'd love to come out to XYZ. Let us know. We're going to probably do a few more here at home base before we start
Yes.
branching out. But
Ooh,
yeah,
that would be
really
so
exciting.
awesome.
So
Speaking
we'll
of
let
which,
you know when
by the
more
way,
dates.
my segment today is kind of an inside joke for you guys that were at the pen testing.
Oh.
You'll know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I know. Yeah, Joey's iPhone. What happens at Pen Test with Hak5 is similar to what happens in Vegas. Actually, you know what's happening in Vegas?
DEF CON,
And
B-sides.
yes, Sebastian and I from the Wi-Fi Pineapple, we're going to be doing a talk at the Wireless Village at
Yes.
both of those conferences, so stay tuned for that good stuff. And it will also be our 10-year anniversary of Hak5. I am so thrilled.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. We're
Yes.
old.
You're old. I stopped aging
Did
years
you?
ago.
You're
No.
older than me.
Yeah.
Old
Just don't go back and watch season 1. Go back.
Don't watch season 4 either. That was really bad.
Yes.
Or was it 5? I don't remember now.
Let's talk about the new shows, not the
Yes.
old ones.
Okay, so one of our new shows, well, it's kind of a comeback, is ThreatWire, of course. What is it?
Net.
ThreatWire.net is where you can find the show. It's been a pretty busy week already, and it's still early on. So apparently Plex, Trump Hotels, Harvard, and an Italian firm called Hacking Team have all been allegedly breached. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, and by the way, upgrade your Mozilla.
Yeah, so Mozilla Firefox was also just updated. They fixed a whole bunch of different security bugs. So if you're on Firefox, definitely update that. And check out ThreatWire where you're at it over at the Hak5 YouTube channel. It's your source of security, privacy, and internet freedom. All the good times.
Speaking of updates, we have been diving into how to build your home lab server using, say, Xen, which is right now kind of the one that we're jamming on as far as virtualization hypervisors are concerned.
There's been a lot of options, though.
Right, we've talked about ESXi in the past, the VMware. We've talked about
Proxmox.
Proxmox is another good alternative. You can, of course, roll all of these by hand if you want to get dirty with QEMU or KVM or OpenVZ. All amazing technologies. And if you've been following along the last couple of weeks, we're doing Xen because it's a super simple project. It's super out of the box, clickety-click, and it's all good and golden. Some of the problems, though, are that the XenCenter the manager here, this little guy to actually create your virtual machines and to manage them. You know, it's nice because I can like, hey, check it out. I can go to the console and I think I know the password for Kali. Yes, it is Tor. So, you know, you can.
It looks easy enough.
It is, but it's not
It's a little cluttered. Oh, yeah, you're right. It's Windows only, correct?
It is Windows only,
Yeah.
and that's where it breaks my heart a little bit. But thankfully, there are open source alternatives. We took a look at one last week. I want to take a look at another called Xen Orchestra today, and I think on the update front, it's got the pants of OpenXen Manager
Oh my gosh.
beat. They lost their pants. We don't know where the pants are, but Xen Orchestra might have stolen them. So let's find out how to put some pants on this virtual machine.
Okay. Well, first off, can I ask you, is this open source as well?
Yes, it is. In fact, let me pull it up because you may not notice that it's open source at first because you go, you know, they've got a really nice professional looking website.
It looks very corporate.
Oh yeah, look at the charts and graphs, pretty charts and graphs. Yes, it's good stuff, right? If you actually go to About, which is buried under More at the very end, you will find out that it is, in fact, right here,
Yay.
open source. It's AGPL version 3.
All right, that's cool.
So you can find the main repo over at GitHub, and you know if you just want to like fork that, get it rolling. Otherwise, they have under pricing a bunch of different plans, and this is kind of crazy because you're like, yeah, it's free and open source, but hey, support and all these other features for different monthly setups.
Okay.
I will say though, for $200 a month, I mean that's a lot for an open source project, but when you consider that we've been doing Xen for like, oh, you know, this is the perfect like in your home lab to set up.
Yeah.
You were just setting up a bunch of Windows VMs, right? Because we're about to own them.
Yeah.
And then
Because that's what we do.
And then we can just snapshot back to before we owned them and do it again.
But if you were like, you know, working at a larger company and you had to run something for your business and you needed that kind of support, $200 would not be a off-the-wall option.
I really don't think so. $200 a month, it's actually not that steep. I know because I've done enterprise level sysadmin stuff. And the fact that this has LDAP integration, and you guys know how much I love LDAP, which means you can tie it in with your Active Directory if you're a Windows shop. This is kind of perfect. So for $200 a month, you get the ACLs, you get the stats, you get the backups, you get the CLI, and all that other good stuff. But for us in the home lab, we don't need any of that. And there's a free trial.
Yay, free!
Yay!
Wait, is it a free trial?
Okay.
Or, okay, it's the free version.
The free version
trial of the enterprise for
Yes.
15 days.
Yes, so
Okay.
for 15 days, it nags you about upgrading, and then after that, you should be okay.
Cool.
I don't think there's really a need to. In fact, I'm going to show you how if you just get the download, you'll be fine. Otherwise, it may want you to sign up, but big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, the installation, I have to hand it to XenCenter. Again, the easiest way to get this thing up and running is if you have a Windows machine first. You can do it without a Windows machine physically at the box because again, all of this virtual machine, this server here, it's just running Linux with Xen on top of it. They've just prepackaged it and made it all nice and easy for you.
Right.
So if you wanted to just SSH into the box, if you wanted to just from the local terminal with a monitor and a keyboard attached to it, you could go ahead and set it up that way. There's installation instructions over at the GitHub. It's mainly running a couple of commands like VE, VM import, yada, yada, yada.
Okay.
You don't have to do it that way if you can just spin up a Windows box by just doing file import and browse. And I'm going to go to there we go. And this is the download that you get from Xen Orchestra. XOA free, and then the latest version .xva for Xen Virtual Appliance.
Cool.
So just hit next. I'll choose which of the servers do I want to install this to. We only have one in our pool right now. We can add later, more later if we want to do like live migration, which is kind of rad. And we're working on getting the 3D printer up and going again so that we can stack all of the Nook servers all pretty like. I'll show you that here soon, hopefully. Next, and then...
So you just hit next about a gazillion times and eventually it installs.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be all pretty straightforward. In fact, it's just like rolling another VM. It is, in fact, rolling another VM because the funny thing here is Xen Orchestra is a virtual machine, like virtual appliance, right? So it's actually a little Linux box that's already been set up with their software already running and configured So that
Oh,
right out of the
okay.
box, all you do is import it as a new virtual machine and then run it on the system that you may in fact be using to manage. So it's like,
Oh.
it's so weird.
So
It's like
you're-
one of the children became the adult.
Right, so you're putting it on here as opposed to putting it somewhere externally to manage it.
I could put it on a different Xen server I wanted. But
you wanted
yeah.
to,
Or
yeah.
I could roll my own server and install their whole system. You know, it's on GitHub.
Okay.
So it's however you want to do it. This is the easiest, and it's kind of like letting the inmates run the asylum.
So you are running this from inside XenCenter right now.
Right, I have. And if you look in the bottom left, it says preparing to import VM. I've got a little progress bar. Let's
Okay.
let that guy go.
Yay.
And there we go. The machine is imported. I can go over to the console, and as you can see, haha,
Yay.
I can log in as root. I think. Yes, the password, in fact, the default password is XOA. So the very, very first thing that we want to do is run passwd. And let me get that scaled for you so you can see that better. And come up with a better password than XOA.
Right, like
Right.
God Sex Lab.
Secret. There you go.
Of course.
And now we know.
Kittens.
Hey, never mind, I'll tell you about it later.
I heard.
So, with that now, let me run an if config. And we can see, since we have this bridged on our Ethernet, it's 10.73.31.234. If you head over there
okay.
right now on your laptop, Shannon, you should actually get something that looks very similar to the XenCenter on Windows.
10.73.
So it's just got a web server running
234?
480.234. Come on.
Da-na-na-na.
There we go.
All right, what's my
Username is
username?
admin@admin.net. I don't know if admin.net is a real place.
Okay.
Password is admin.
Knew it.
Again, you're going to want to change these.
Okay, so now it says welcome to Xen Orchestra, and I could add servers.
Right, because it's just running as a virtual machine on our Xen server, but it doesn't actually know who is its host. So in this
Right.
case, we're going to point it back at that host, and we can add all of the different hosts if we have, for instance, a giant pool with a bunch of Xen centers.
Okay, so what is our address?
It's 10.73.31.152.
152, okay.
And
And
then
then
root.
user, root, password,
Of course, it's password.
oh, duh. And then I save it.
Save it and go
Okay.
ahead and continue.
All right, well, there's a check mark. Okay, it's connected. Cool. So now if I go over to servers, that's what I see is these.
Yeah,
And
that's
if I
where
go
you
back
set
to
up
my main
servers.
page.
Go to home, and there it is.
Ah,
You
cool.
can see all of the little virtual machines that are running
That's
on it.
awesome.
And actually,
That's
you
my
can
server.
check all of those boxes. Like if you wanted to migrate these, you could actually just put a check mark next to the ones that you want to move.
And
you
then
can
I
do
could
different
migrate them
operations
to another server, which would show up down here.
Right.
Awesome.
Similarly, if you just click on where it says the name of the, right there, you can actually find out all the information about this virtual machine, how much RAM that we
Wow.
have, how much...
What the heck is this? Patches? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
you need to patch. Hey, go ahead and go ahead and install that last patch, the one at the bottom. Yeah, you just click on it.
Seriously?
Okay.
Oh, it failed for unknown reasons.
Actually, you have to do them in order, so click on the top one.
Oh, now it's applied.
Haha! There we go.
That's weird. Okay, yeah, so the first one at the top of the row applied. This one has not.
You know, this has actually been my experience with this just in the bit that we've been playing around with it. It's literally just a matter of clicking patch server. It does the thing and then says you're good to go, which is kind of like mind-blowing because
Wow.
that used to be like a real huge headache and frustration with some other hypervisors. So I do like it for that. I also like the way that you can manage and create new VMs.
Yeah.
Because
So
again,
it
we're
just
just
has
in a
button,
web browser.
It just has a button up here at the top that says Add VM, so I can click on that, and I can choose. Ooh, I can choose a template.
You can choose a template, like say Windows
7's in there.
32-bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
okay.
And then create a new
Name.
Windows box, whatever.
Oops. Description, don't care. We can just leave all that crap the same. ISO.
Yep. Then
Oh,
choose,
and
and
then
then
it
from our
chooses the
ISO
ones.
directory, just like we had set up 2
That's
weeks ago with the
cool.
CIFS. And then on the right, you can set up the network and go ahead and set it up to use the same one as F0.
That's awesome.
Perfect. And then we make the drive bootable. Going to need that. And then how big is it?
24 gigs?
That should be enough. We're not
that
going to do
enough?
much with this machine.
Okay.
And then if you, yeah, it's weird
Oh.
because you think that you want to hit
Dang
that,
it.
but you don't. You
Oh,
don't.
create VM.
Create VM.
So we'll do
Da-na-na-na.
that. I saw something change on your screen.
Yeah, that was weird too.
Maybe not.
Oh, it just popped up because it's mirrored.
Cool.
So when you create a virtual machine over there, I'm going to see it over here because I'm on XenCenter and you're
Play.
on Open Xen Manager. No.
Oh, look, it's doing the
Xen
thing.
Orchestra.
Hey, it's working.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You can get console right from within the web browser.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. I think this is a really slick setup. Some of the things aren't as intuitive as I might want them to be.
Yeah.
The basic features that you get right out of the box are still, I think, a little bit better than Open Xen Manager in that you can do patches right from the web interface, which is kind of cool. And it's nice knowing that you can move up to something that does support, say, LDAP, if that's what you're looking for in your enterprise deployment, and it frees you from the Windows.
Oh,
So
one of the other
that's what
things
we're
I
saying.
noticed when we were playing with this is I could still like move around one of my VMs even though it's live.
Yes, that's called live migration,
That's
which
really
is
fun.
pretty cool because, well, right now we have a cluster of one, but as we add more and more to this, we can add them to a pool and then say that we're running out of resources on one machine, and or we need to
So you
take a
can just
different machine
migrate it.
down for maintenance. So
Yeah.
we'll actually, and we have a machine that's live that needs to stay up, we can move it from one physical host to the other while it's still running.
That's so
In
cool.
fact, you can change the amount of RAM that a machine has while,
While
it's
it's running.
Which is fun.
Okay, I thoroughly enjoy that. It's very easy.
Yes, so check that out. That is Xen Orchestra. You can find it at xentackorchestra.com. Let us know what you guys think, and we're going to continue with all the other, because there's a bunch of epic open source alternatives and add-ons and things that just make it super simple. With all that, we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, I heard that some packet sniffing was going to happen. If you've been watching Hak5 for a while, you know how much we love the guys over at domain.com. In fact, I was just over at domain.com the other day setting up epic totally stuff. But listen, it got me thinking about all the networking and the nano quadcopters flying around the warehouse and the open houses we're having here and all the good stuff that we're doing. And it made me consider, you know what? It is the perfect opportunity for a .club. You know, it's the perfect top-level domain. It's globally understood. Like everyone, not just here in the United States, everyone knows that it's a club, right? That's what the internet is all about. So if you're doing a startup, if you're thinking about a name for your business, consider yourself a .club. It's perfect for really anything. I mean, the internet is all about community and collaboration, and so a .club is perfect for that. It is the ultimate social domain. So this summer, think .club, and if you're building yourself your next website, consider yourself a .club domain. Head over to domain.com/club and register your .club domain. They're starting at $9.99 a year. There is still a bajillion amazing options available, and make sure you use the coupon code HAK5. That saves you 15% and lets the domain.com guys know that we sent you. In fact, while you're at it, go ahead and tweet us at Hak5Darren. Let me know your new .club. I'll give you mad props, even promote it. So when you think domain names, think domain.com. We're back, and it's time to sniff androids. Right, Shannon? Is that what we're doing?
Androids are kind of
Actually,
stinky.
this is your phone, and it
Yeah.
is kind of...
Do you know how much poop is on phones? I'm just saying. My phone is totally clean because I'm not like that. I don't sit on the toilet and play on my
Rainbows
phone.
and unicorns,
But
ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens.
Statistically, that's
Okay.
what they say.
I feel awesome now.
It's true.
Hmm.
I'm totally serious right now. So I'm really into like packet capturing.
Yes.
And doing analysis.
You've been doing an amazing series on Hacktip on
Yes.
Wireshark. In fact, check
did.
out
It was
Hacktip, HAK5.org. Good stuff.
I learned a
over on
lot
Hacktip.
about like the OSI layers and all about packet capturing and how to read what is going on in Wireshark. So it was very, very informative. And then one of our friends, one of our viewers, they sent us a feedback email and they were like, you should check out this thing called tPacketCapture. It's a Google Play Store application, totally free, and it basically lets you packet capture what's going on your phone through all the different applications that connect to the internets. So you can see, well, you can't see through the application until you actually put it on your computer with Wireshark, but you can actually capture what's happening in the packets. They do have a expensive version as well. The Pro version, it's $10.71 to buy it, and the really nice perk about this is it lets you choose which applications you want to filter, so you're only able to capture the packets from the ones that you turn on. So when I think about this, I was like, that would be really good for if you're an application developer and you want to make sure that your your stuff's secure. It might be kind of important. A security auditor, maybe, they might want to use this for that specific reason to make sure that applications are secure. And it kind of reminded me of, pen test with Hak5.
Yeah. Well, this is really interesting because you could do the same exact thing by just, for instance, and not just to plug the Pineapple, but any Wi-Fi router that you have the ability to, say, put a machine in between and do yourself a little TCP dump or a little, T-Shark.
It's a man in the
or
middle.
A little, right, or a little just Wireshark on that network. You could, for instance, connect that phone, like put it into airplane mode so it's not connected to any LTE network or something like that, and just use the Wi-Fi and do whatever it is you want to do on that phone and collect the packets that way and then analyze them very similarly.
Exactly.
I think the benefit in this case is the application specific.
Yeah, application specific is awesome. I don't necessarily need application specific, so I didn't pay the $10 for the Pro version.
Well, what I want to see though is you're like, oh, it's the free weather app. Cool. Yeah. Why is it making weird connections to China and everything is DNS?
Yeah,
why are there like 50 gigs of DNS queries going on? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
So the application doesn't require you to be rooted at all, so you can run this on any Androids. Anybody can run it just fine. When you do capture packets, though, you can't see anything happening because it's all just happening in the background. When you close out of the application, you just open up your browser, open up the applications that connect to the internet, and do what you usually do. After you're done, you just go back over to the application, and it looks kind of like what I have up here on the computer. And you basically just hit stop, and then you can transfer that file over to your PC. So, and this is what the file looks like. It's just a regular PCAP file. So I opened up one on my phone, and this was from the 19th of June. I was just playing on all my different applications that I'm usually on. And I was able to look on here and see different GET requests. I could see whenever I was cryptographically logging into my different applications, the social networks.
Oh, good. So you didn't see plain
Instagram
text.
Instagram is cool.
Right. So you're not seeing plain text go through your Android.
I wasn't.
That's good.
But I was able to get. Let's see, I was able to see what images I was looking at on Instagram, which was kind of cool. So when I look over here, I have this simple HTTP protocol packet. It's just a GET request for a simple JPEG picture, I believe. So if I scroll down into the details, I can double click on that, and then I have the Instagram picture that I liked
there we
on
go.
the application. So it's very easy to see what people are doing whenever you have this open on their phones.
This is why it's so much fun to run DriftNet, but that's a different story.
Right. This was really cool. I really got into it just because it's so easy to track, because I download so many applications on here that for reviews or whatever. I don't know how secure they are. So I was like, I could totally run this in the background while I'm messing with these applications and make sure they're actually secure. Yay!
Yay, that sounds like fun. Hey, you know what? We couldn't also mention Android and packet capturing without also pointing out the great work of our good friend Dragworn. Yeah, Mike has done some amazing things with Kismet, and he actually has a Android PCAP. So you should probably check that out as well. This is totally a different kind of use case, though. This is actually using USB wireless devices. So, for example, if you've got a Wi-Fi with a Realtek 8187 chipset, you can go ahead and plug it into your Android over OTG in some cases. Some models, this works.
That's cool.
Yes.
I want to do that too.
Yep, it's over on the Play Store as well.
Yay!
So check that out, it's Wi-Fi pCapture. Hey, what about you guys? What Android apps for capturing packets and scanning networks and doing all sorts of other fun stuff are you interested in? You can email us feedback@hak5.org.
Yay! And we should also mention, check out the shop, hakshop.com. That's where you can go to support us and check out all the different cool very new tools that we've been releasing.
Yes.
So,
toys.
Yeah.
Good stuff. In fact, you'll come and you will see them if you're at DEF CON. Head over. You will see a giant inflatable pineapple, I hope, and then that will be
That's the
you
plan.
will know that we are there. Otherwise, just find us. We'll be around the con. It will be so much fun. Celebrating 10 years of Hak5, 10 years of Technolust.
Bring him 10-year-old gifts.
Don't bring me 10-year-olds. That'd be weird.
Not 10-year-olds.
Don't
but
do that.
Bring him gifts for 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Instead of giving them to your
Hey,
children.
just think, in 11 years, Hak5 will be old enough to drink. Just like me.
Oh man, I'm so glad that we're legal.
HAK5.org. /follow, in fact, is where you can find all the social networks and the ways that you can interact with us on social media. It's good, fun times. Thank you for watching. Thank you for contributing and keeping this going. It has been a great pleasure.
I feel like punching something.
She's going to get punchy, so I'm going to leave.
Get punching.
All right. Now, with all of this said, I'm Darren Kitchen.
My name is Shannon Morse. Trust your techno-lust.
What she said. Gargle, gargle, gargle. Gargamel. With the
We're building out. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Android packet sniffing.
Plus, sniffing packets on Android, it could not be easier on Android. Did I already say that? Ready?
Pirates.
Pirates, no ninjas.
Ninjas.
Yes, no unicorns.
Ninja pirates?
Ninja pirates.
You can check that out over at Hak5. We're having a root and goot and nope, can't do it. Tried it, couldn't do it. Good. Rootin', tootin'.